6 months. That's how long I've lived with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. No case, no mercy, and definitely no fanboy filters. And after half a year of daily use, well, let's just say I've got opinions. The titanium frame, scratched. The action button, acting weird. Battery life, surprisingly solid, but not flawless. And the camera system, Apple so bragged about it. Let's just say it's complicated. So, is this the Apple's best phone ever? Or are we all just coping with a 1,200-pound regret? Stay tuned to find it out. Welcome to the deep dive you've been waiting for. I'm breaking down what it's really like the iPhone 16 Pro Max 6 months after the launch. And trust me, the honeymoon phase is long gone. This isn't a specs review or a fresh out of the box first look. This is what happens after hundreds of photos, multiple drops, long gaming sessions, and real life use every single day. So, today we'll cover the design, performance, camera, battery, and whether it's still worth that flagship price tag in 2025. Well, it's not all perfect, and some things might surprise you. If you're thinking about upgrading or switching from Android, stay tuned because I'm giving you the unfiltered truth, no sponsorships, no fluff. Well, let's talk about the titanium. Apple hyped it hard, and at first glance, it delivers. Lighter, cooler to the touch, and just more premium than stainless steel. But here's what 6 months of real world use is not invincible. I've gone case free this whole time. Risky, I know, and while the phone hasn't shattered, the titanium frame tells its story. Tiny micro scratches on the corners, small dings from drops. It's not pristine, but honestly, it held up way better than my old 14 Pro Max ever did. One thing that caught me off guard, the action button. I was genuinely excited for it, finally a customizable shortcut. But over time, it's lost its sharp, satisfying click. It still works perfectly, just feels mushier than it used to. Not a deal breaker, but definitely a downgrade in daily feel. And color wise, I went with natural titanium. And yeah, I kind of regret it. It looks great when clean, but it's a fingerprint magnet. I constantly find myself wiping it down. If I could redo it, I'd pick a black titanium. It hides smudges way better and has cleaner aesthetic long form. Durability wise, I've had two drops, one onto concrete and one onto tile, both from waist height, both without a case, shockingly, not a single crack, just scuffs on the corner. And the display, the ceramic shield, honestly, I'm impressed. It's proven itself. And ergonomics wise, the lighter weight and contoured edges are game changers. This is the most comfortable Pro Max I've held for calls, gaming, texting. It just feels right in the hand. Well, the bottom line, it's sturdy, premium device, not perfect, but absolutely impressive. Well, just don't treat titanium like it's indestructible. It's tough, not magic. The display. On the iPhone 16 Pro Max remains one of its strongest features. 6 months in, and honestly, it still feels cutting edge. ProMotion is a game changer. Once you use that 120 Hz refresh rate, it's hard to go back. Scrolling, swiping, editing, everything feels lightning fast and fluid. It's one of those features that you miss instantly when you use other phones. The always on display. I didn't think I'd care, but now I love it. It's subtle, useful, and perfectly executed, unlike the clunky versions we've seen on other smartphones. That said, the auto brightness, it is still buggy, indoors especially in mixed lighting. It's constantly shifts, brightening and dimming, like it's confused. It's minor, but annoying if you're quickly snapping a photo or reading a message. Moving on to the 2000 nit peak brightness, it delivers. Outdoors in harsh sunlight, this screen stays visibly sharp. I've framed shots, answered texts, even edited clips in full sun without a problem. As for gaming, incredible. The OLED contrast makes dark scenes pop, and colors are insanely vibrant. Whether it's Genshin Impact or Call of Duty, this screen makes mobile gaming feel premium. So, this is the still best smartphone display I've used, period. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is a performance beast, and after 6 months, it's still running like day one. The A18 Pro chip handles everything. I've multitasked like crazy, like editing videos, answering emails, flipping through social apps, and it never skips a beat. No lags and no slowdowns, just pure speed. And for gamers, it's a dream come true. Genshin Impact, Call of Duty, or Apex Legends all run on maxed out with zero frame drops. It's console quality performance in your pocket. But the surprise MVP, the Apple Intelligence. At launch, it felt just like an overhyped buzzword. Now, I use it daily. Smart replies are sharper, photo edits are cleaner, and voice transcriptions are accurate. And all of it's processed on the device. Fast, private, and genuinely helpful. Moving on to the temperature control, it's another win. Even during 4K video shoots or extended gaming session, it gets warm but never hot. That's a huge leap over past models. And here's what impresses me. Most of the zero performance degradation, no shutters, no app crashes, no aging lag. It's just as snappy as the day I unboxed it. So if you're a power user or content creator, this phone still dominates. It doesn't just hold up, it leads the pack. Well, let's talk endurance because the iPhone 16 Pro Max delivers. After 6 months of daily charging, my battery health is still at 100%. No drops, no slowdowns, just consistent, reliable performance. And that's rare for any iPhones which I've used in the past. In everyday use, I regularly finish the day with at least 40 to 50% left. On lighter days, I've stretched it to nearly 2 days. It's dependable, which is huge when traveling or working long hours. My typical screen time is about 2 to 3 hours, mostly social media, messages, emails, and around 30 minutes with the camera. Also, I offload heavy stuff like streaming and editing to my MacBook. So the phone's not ideal, but it's not abused either. Where it takes a hit is the 4K 60 video. 20 minutes of recording can burn easily 10 to 15%. Not unexpected, but worth knowing if you're into mobile filmmaking. So the weak spot, fast charging. Even with a 30-watt charger, it still takes about 1 hour and 45 minutes to go from 0 to 100%. In 2025, that's slow, especially with Android doing it in less than 30 minutes. The real world longevity and stress free battery life this phone delivers. The camera system on the iPhone 16 Pro Max is a huge point, and after 6 months of constant use, I've got a solid verdict. It's powerful but not perfect. The 48 megapixel sensor continues to deliver stunning results. In daylight, it's borderline DSLR level for casual users. Detail is crisp, colors are natural without being flat, and the dynamic range is on point. Apple nails it with its dynamic range. But low light, that's where things get murky. For about 1 in 5 night shots, they show lens flare or strange softness, especially with street lights or candle in frame. It's not every time, but it's frequent to notice if you shoot a lot at night. Now, let's talk about the 5x telephoto lens. Well, at first I underestimated it. Now I use it all the time. It's insanely useful for capturing moments at a distance without losing clarity. Street shots, concerts, even nature photos, it delivers. And the video performance is still the king. Dolby Vision HDR, top tier, stabilization as well, and great audio makes this a content creator's dream. I've replaced my gimbal for casual shoots and haven't looked back. Spatial video sounded exciting at launch, but it hasn't stuck. Fun to try, but rarely used. More of a gimmick than a game changer. As for Pro Raw, it's incredible for editing. The detail and the dynamic range it gives you is unmatched. But beware, the file sizes are massive, you'll burn through the storage fast, and cloud backups get expensive. The bottom line is this camera system has matured well. It's still the best for point and shoot, simplicity, and pro level flexibility. Just be aware its limitations in low light and storage demands. 6 months in, and the iOS 18 has only made the iPhone 16 Pro Max better. Battery life has improved slightly thanks to the updates, and Apple Intelligence features like smart replies and photo search have gotten noticeably sharper. The ecosystem, still unmatched, universal clipboard, handoff, and airdrop, they just work. Going from iPhone to MacBook to iPad feels just seamless. The App Store still offers the best selection of polished and optimized apps, especially for creative and productivity nerds. My only gripe is notifications. Apple still lags behind. Android in how it handles alerts and organization. Everything else, though, feels locked in and friction free. So, 6 months later, is the iPhone 16 Pro Max still worth it? Well, if you're upgrading from an iPhone 14 or older, it's a clear yes. The camera upgrades, battery life, and raw performance are big enough to fill day one. And that 5x zoom, surprisingly addictive. If you got the iPhone 15 Pro Max, it's a tougher call. The improvements are subtle, slightly better durability, AI features, and more refined experience overall. But nothing here screams must upgrade. Unless you really want that Zoom or Shoot Pro RAW. You could wait another year. And if you're thinking of switching from Android, this is Apple at its best, fast, fluid, and well integrated across the ecosystem. You get iMessage, AirDrop, FaceTime, all the stuff people don't shut up about. And it all just works. But the real magic here is consistency. 6 months later, this phone still runs like new. No weird slowdowns, no thermal throttling. It's just reliable every single day. So, yes, it's expensive, but for most people, the value is here. Have thoughts? Drop a comment, and if this helped, you decide. Hit like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned. We've got more brutally honest tech reviews coming your way. I'm JP, and peace out.